Here we go. Welcome, guys, to another spoiler edition of Gotham. That we are looking into the episode of the Red Hood, pretty much the Red Hood. And it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I didn't really mind this episode. It definitely was goofy in the beginning, and it definitely was a little bit quirky in this episode. And Barbara's in here, so I'm assuming you saw this episode. These are my thoughts on it, and basically, what you need to know is we get introduced to the Red Hood. I don't know too much about the Red Hood. I know the Red Hood is basically could have been the Joker. It's pretty much a gang, who robs banks and stuff. But in the comics, I think it could have been. It's implied that it's the Joker who's under the Red Hood. I know that one of the Robins is the Red Hood. So, but I didn't know really too much. I don't know too much of the backstory of the Red Hood. In this Gotham episode, we get the Red Hood gang who goes in and steals money from the bank. And the guy who pretty much wears the Red Hood first gives, money out. Basically, he throws money to avoid the cops so he can get all the people surrounded, into that one area so the cops can't really hit him with the car and stuff and can't chase after the Red Hood gang. But we see that this gang is now doing, especially the fat guy, is now known for, stealing from the bank and giving to the poor because they don't steal from the vault. So they're somewhat known as a Robin Hood kind of type gang. The Red Hood stuff, it was really weird. That dude was so Jokerish. The first guy, I was like, what was it? I thought we just saw the Joker. What the hell is going on? I thought he was going to last a little bit longer, but he ended up getting shot. The fat guy takes over. So anybody who wears the Red Hood basically has confidence. It's like a cursed item, basically, where anybody who wears it is just, gains that confidence, but it ends up bad for them. As well as, and then we get the Fish Mooney stuff. We get the Penguin and Butch stuff. I thought the Penguin and Butch stuff was interesting. I was like, what's interesting me is Butch in the last episode was pretty much a marionette. He's pretty much a puppet. Like, whatever Penguin did, Butch would do, and he was so blank-faced about it. So it was a little weird, and I was a little confused on how much Butch personality really came through in this episode. I'm pretty sure he could be faking it, even though, he was torturing and stuff. He could be, resorting back to his old self. Penguin, of course, can't run a damn club. We all know Penguin can't run a damn... Penguins don't deserve to run a damn club. And Butch doesn't like where it's headed, so he pretty much helps out the Penguin out because, Oswald needs liquor. Penguin, a.k.a. Oswald. Oswald needs liquor. And the only one who really has, gets... You don't get liquor in this town without going with Maroni. Because Maroni handles all the liquor and all that stuff, which is weird. Okay. This distribution. So Butch basically has a little inside guys. He uses cops to go pretty much steal Maroni's liquor, and he's pretty much helping Oswald out at this so far. But I think there's something more to it. I really like Butch though as a character. When Oswald mentioned Fish, no, you could tell he really misses Fish. And speaking of Fish, all you need to know is that she gets to meet the head guy. That's not the head guy. There's still the doctor who's doing all these, taking all this, all these body parts and everything. All you need to know about Fish is that eye sequence. That was interesting. It was a little weird. I was wondering why they didn't just kill her in the very beginning and just, this is the leader of the revolt. Just kill her and get it over with. But it seems like they want her eyes, and she ends up taking her own freaking eye, which that's kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. It was executed. It was like a hit and miss in execution-wise. It was a little kind of goofy, but, it was not too bad. It's not too bad at all. And then we see, Gordon and Bullock's going out to the Red Hood gang, of course. And I thought that was... that was okay. That's fine. The Red Hood gang itself, it was okay. I thought the Red Hood gang would be a little bit more I kind of was wishing more of the Dark Knight, kind of like when the Joker first did that bank heist. But like I said, the music in the very beginning of this episode was so goofy. And also we see Alfred and his buddy Reggie knocking on the Wayne Manor, and we learned that Alfred was definitely in the service, and he did secret missions and stuff. And Reggie tells Bruce that, hey, this Alfred was a G. He was definitely a badass. And then I like the one sequence where he's training. Bruce is about to train more with his boxing and everything, and then Reggie's like, "Oh, come on, let me see what you got. Let me see your stance." And they're he's telling him to hit him, and he's dodging, and then he actually tells him to hit him, and Bruce hits him with a little jab, and he says, "If somebody gives you a freebie, you better make it count." And Bruce just starts wailing on him. And he's pretty much telling him different kind of tactics than what Alfred is doing. Alfred is doing the more traditional, while Reggie is teaching him the more gritty and more of the, definitely more of a kind of aggressive fighting style. So it definitely was that. I like that scene. I actually really liked the Reggie, Alfred, and Bruce. We get to learn more of Alfred's past. We get to see, this friend that comes in that Alfred hasn't seen for a while. And I like the interactions. I like the tension that was going on there, because Reggie felt a little bit odd. It's like, okay, this guy's come in here. He's desperate for money. He's stealing everybody's stuff. In the very end, he just felt like he was hiding something. And of course, we learned that he was hiding something. He stabs Alfred. And he's been a mole for pretty much Wayne Enterprise, who's going to take out Bruce, I'm assuming. But he takes out Alfred, and it's just all bad. It's just all bad. Of course, because Bruce came up to him and told him about these misdealings that need to be resolved in the Wayne Enterprise. So I like that storyline. I liked how he pretty much turned on Alfred, stabbed him. I mean, you could tell he didn't want to, but he was desperate for money or whatever the case may be. So that was a great storyline. I really like that. I really like that more than I kind of like the Red Hood. The Red Hood was kind of funny. It was kind of quirky, but I guess I don't know too much of the Red Hood, but it'd be nice. It's going to be interesting if they'll still stick with the Red Hood in the season 2, because there could be a storyline like that. I mean, whoever wears the Red Hood, it's going to live forever, this gang. And you see a kid pick up that Red Hood, and you go into the cops. That was a little weird. Kid go into the cops and just like, acting like he's shooting them. That was weird. Barbara. Do we really need to talk about Barbara? How much do I hate this damn character? She is, oh, God. Barbara, please just kill her off. Kill her off already. Barbara's just a terrible. Why would she give clothes? Those clothes are not going to fit those girls. First of all, why is she telling Selena this crazy stuff about a gun and knife can't is dangerous, but not as dangerous as a woman who's beautiful and relies on her looks and everything. Why would you tell a kid that, a homeless kid? I didn't understand why. Nobody in reality would tell somebody that. I mean, whatever. Well, Selena and Poison Ivy is pretty much still staying with Barbara. Whatever. That's fine. Well, it's not fine. I hate Barbara. Get out of here, Barbara. So that's it. I mean, my thoughts. It was an okay episode. I really, I kind of enjoyed it. I really enjoyed I think what really made this episode was, out of all the storylines that were going, the Oswald and Butch was interesting because Butch's personality seems to really come through in this episode. I really like Reggie, Alfred, and Bruce's little story they're going there. I mean, Bullock and Gordon, it's the same shit we see all the time. They still can't get, they're hit and misses, and they're not that great of a detectives. Let's just say that. The Red Hood, I thought it was kind of funny how the fat guy couldn't get on the table. I thought that was hilarious. The Red Hood was, it was okay. It was fine. The gang was all right. It was okay. Other than that, and then Barbara, just go away. Barbara, go away. And we all know Alfred is not going to die. He's not going to die. You know, for now, though, Gordon seems to be looking after Bruce. So we'll see what this Wayne Enterprise does next. You know, they're going to have Reggie take out Bruce, or didn't really get that in the episode. It seemed like, you know, they were done with his services. I mean, what was the whole aspect of them, you know, having him pretty much almost kill Alfred or stab him? Because they know he's in the hospital, and they know whether he might make it or he might not. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. I definitely liked this episode a little bit better than I liked the last episode. Yeah. But yeah, it was not too bad episode. So we'll see. Future. I thought, you know, thought the Red Hood gang was going to last a couple episodes, because it seemed like that's what it seemed like when they were advertising it, that they were going to have a little arc there. But it is what it is. So thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, like, let me know your thoughts on, you know, the episode. I thought it was fine. I thought there was definitely some stuff you could pull out of here that was really good, and stuff that was just too goofy, too quirky. But we'll see next episode. There's only 4 episodes left, so very interesting. Hopefully they, like I said, season 2 of Gotham, I hope they fix a lot of things that's not working tone-wise. Pacing-wise sometimes, because pacing-wise it seems like a couple episodes where it seems like it hasn't gone anywhere. But this episode, pacing-wise, was fine. It was really good, actually, because there was a lot of things going on, and it was moving the story along. So at least Gotham had that in this episode. So thank you guys for listening, and see you later.